Hi friends! Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment below, and take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Grand Forks, in the southern interior of British Columbia, sits at the meeting point of the Kettle and Granby rivers. Today, it feels like a relaxed, small city surrounded by farmland and gentle mountains. But beneath that calm surface is a story shaped by gold rush ambition, cultural resilience, and the steady rhythm of rural life. Long before settlers arrived, this area was home to indigenous peoples who lived along the rivers, relying on the land for fishing, hunting, and trade. The rivers were natural highways, and the valley provided a reliable place to live. Like many parts of Western Canada, the arrival of newcomers in the 19th century brought rapid and lasting change to the region. Grand Forks began to take shape during the late 1800s when prospectors moved into the region during the Gold Rush era. While the nearby Boundary Country saw its share of mining activity, Grand Forks became more important as a supply and transportation hub than as a mining center itself. Its location at the junction of two rivers made it a natural meeting point, and soon businesses, homes, and roads followed. By the early 1900s, the city had grown into a busy industrial town. One of the key developments was the construction of smelters, which processed ore from nearby mines. Railways connected Grand Forks to other parts of the province, allowing materials and people to move in and out efficiently. During this period, the town was full of energy, with hotels, shops, and services catering to workers and travelers alike. A unique and defining part of Grand Forks' history is tied to the Doukhobors, a group of Russian immigrants who arrived in Western Canada in the late 1800s. Many Doukhobors settled in the Grand Forks area in the early 1900s, bringing with them a strong sense of community, agriculture, and self-sufficiency. They cleared land, built homes, and established farms that helped shape the region's identity. Their influence is still visible today, especially in the area known as Fruktova, just outside the city. Traditional farming practices, orchards, and community structures reflect a way of life that emphasize cooperation and simplicity. Over time, the Doukhobor presence became an essential thread in the cultural fabric of Grand Forks. Like many resource-based towns, Grand Forks faced challenges as industries changed. The decline of mining and smelting in the mid-20th century led to economic shifts. Rather than fading away, the community adapted. Agriculture became more prominent, and the surrounding farmland continued to support the local economy. Grand Forks is also known for its connection to the Kettle Valley Railway, part of a larger network that once linked communities across southern British Columbia. Built in the early 1900s, the railway played a crucial role in transporting goods and people. Today, parts of the old rail line have been transformed into recreational trails, offering a quieter way to experience the landscape. In recent years, Grand Forks has faced new challenges, including significant flooding events, particularly in 2018. The Kettle and Granby rivers, which have long been central to life here, overflowed and caused widespread damage. The community responded with resilience, rebuilding, and working to better prepare for the future while preserving the character of the city. Today, Grand Forks is known for its balance of history, culture, and natural surroundings. Tree-lined streets, heritage buildings, and open green spaces give it a welcoming feel. The rivers still define the landscape, just as they did generations ago, while the community continues to evolve.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching!